We'll just hop into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's up, dude?
What up? Oh shit, do I have to be close to this?
No, man, it's all good.
Okay, just like this is all dude.
Yeah. How are you today?
Pretty good, yourself?
Not bad, man. Who are you?
I'm Josef Hajzler.
And what do you do?
Lots of things.
Well, I initially found out about you through Beat League. That's when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
Aside that, what else have you really been involved in? What else are you doing?
I like to make music. I like to skate. Bro down with the homies.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know. Yeah.
Where did it all start? What's the come up? Where were you born?
I was born in Winnipeg. Yeah.
What area?
Wolseley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What elementary and middle school and stuff did you go to?
I went to St. Ignatius. It's like a...
Oh, Corden, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Private school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about middle school and stuff? Or does that one go through middle school?
That one goes to grade 8 from nursery.
Oh,
and I went
okay.
there straight up, nursery to grade 8, yeah.
And
what about yourself? Where'd you go?
I'm from Transcona, man, but before my parents got divorced, I was living in Tuxedo. So I went to Carpathia Elementary. And then after that, I went to Harold Hatcher.
Where's Carpathia again? I know Carpathia.
It's off Corden. There's Carpathia, street, and then there's another street. It's, just behind Kenniston a bit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then, I moved to Transcona and went to, Murdoch for high school, Murdoch McKay.
Okay,
so
that's a crazy name.
Yeah, dude, and we had the Transcona skate park right across the street.
Oh, sick.
So I was always there.
Man, I haven't even skated that park yet.
Man, they just redid it.
Really?
Yeah, it looks super sick now. I'm
so
sure
they redid the park. Yeah, because it was old, right? That's old park,
well,
right?
No, before it was literally flat.
Yeah.
Flat concrete with shitty concrete ramps built on it.
I think I did go there when I was a kid or some shit, and I was like, this is fucked.
What was your local park growing up? Where did you skate all the time?
Well, when I was a kid, there wasn't a lot of parks. It was all indoor parks, like Sargent Park, the arena, and then that was close to my place. So I'd skate that one, and then there was obviously the Edge.
When did you first start getting into skating?
Man, I don't know how old I was, but probably 3 years old.
Do you remember how it happened?
Yeah, I do actually. I was a pretty lanky. I just would take there was a neighbor that's he never skated. He just had this banana board, an old board with just a tail and is plasticky. It's kind of like those penny boards now.
But with a little pop on it.
It's just got, it doesn't have any concave. It doesn't have any fucking it's just a kind of plastic with a tail banana board, and it had little rubber wheels and pretty thin and shit. And he would just leave that in front of his house, right? So
skate it.
I would just take it up and down the road. I just always wanted to drive a car when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was driving a car would be so sick or whatever. And then also hoverboards and shit, just kind of I was ooh, that'd be sick to be able to hover around, you know?
Yeah.
So that was the closest to driving for me. You know what I mean?
Okay, you felt you were in control when you were on the skateboard and
Yeah, and just this feeling of liberty, where you can go anywhere and you can
the
go
freedom.
Fast and you're freedom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it stoked me out.
And was that one of your first hobbies? What were you into growing up?
Yeah, skateboarding. Although, I wasn't really able to really get into it because I couldn't, when I did actually want my own board, it was, my parents couldn't afford it. Or they probably could, but, my dad wasn't really keen on, supporting some of our hobbies, which was kind of whack. He was no, let's save that money, you know?
Yeah.
But my mom always wanted to, and finally she fucking, got me a board from Superstore. I was looking at a helicopter under it.
Oh yeah.
It was it was a fucking Apache helicopter or something shooting guns and
That's
shit.
pretty sick though.
And then when I got it, it was it's not the right equipment to learn. You know what I mean? They're not good boards. The bearings even suck.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
It's pretty dangerous trying to learn stuff on it.
You just can't move that fast.
Yeah.
And shit. It's just it makes it harder because it's not the proper equipment. But I was still super fucking stoked to get that shit.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so like from there, and then like I would start buying cheap boards from my buddy Andrew Jeeves, who was sponsored. So he would like get decks more often and shit, and I would just buy his used ones like when I was like 12 or like fucking even like 10 and shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
$20 for a board. Sometimes it'd have no grip or some shit, and I'd just skate it with no grip.
Oh, still? Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyways, that was it. And then, like, I don't know, other interests, like freestyling when I was a kid, too. Just,
okay.
I don't know, that was always fun. I was just, like, thought about, like, singing and playing guitar, like, but I never got to do that until later. Those are kind of the things that I was interested in as a kid. You know?
Yeah.
Music.
What was it that, like, inspired you with music and stuff like that? What was the first thing that kind of sparked your interest to, like, create it or try and play it?
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad was, like, into a lot of just crazy shit, like psychedelic rock.
Oh, okay.
60s, like, classic rock, you know, things like that. But he was in a band when he was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Or younger, and it was like they would do like Beatles covers and like other like the Animals covers and shit, but they were all Czech, and he was the lead singer, and so I'm sure his accent was like fucked, you know.
Okay.
Would have been funny.
What's the background? Where's he from?
He's Czech. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were like just pretty much mainly into like skating and music from a young age?
Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Do you have any like favorite video games or anything like that? Were you a gamer or anything?
No, we never had like video games. Man, my parents were both immigrants. Like my mom's Mexican, my dad is Czech, and they met here not knowing English. Like they met in university not knowing English.
Wow.
And, like it's like weird coming up with like in like a like Canadian society having parents that are both from like these other countries, and like the stuff that you get is very different from other people. Like, you know what I mean? Like we never got video games. They thought video games were such a waste of time, like bad for kids and shit, you know, so we never got that shit. But like around friends and shit, it was cool to like watch them play like fucking Ninja Turtles and shit like that.
Was that like one of the like early games you remember playing like at friends' houses?
Yeah, Super Mario, like
all the classics.
Exactly, just all the old shit. Like they played 007, like all that shit.
What were you listening to for music and stuff back then?
Just like mostly my dad's music, like classic rock, like The Byrds, fucking Mark Knopfler, like Dire Straits. The Beatles, Pink Floyd. My dad listened to crazy shit like Crazy World of Arthur Brown, like some kind of trippy trio piece with no guitar or bass. This guy just like sings about like Satan and shit. But,
interesting.
But it's like from the 60s, like or mid 60s. So he's like trying to. I heard him in an interview. He's basically like he has a philosophy degree, and he's just basically trying to like oppose like the society's norms just to like push culture and shit. Like he's not even like a Satanist. He's just like singing about it to like fuck with people. You know what I mean?
So he's like trolling almost. But But he is trying to get a message across when he's doing it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. What about you? What music did you grow up?
Well, my dad. Tons of rock music with him because he's a musician too. I don't know. I found hip hop like pretty young and stuff, but that was just cause like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and all that.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
And I got a PlayStation when I was pretty young, so that like exposed me to all that stuff. But before that, like my dad worked for the Guess Who, so I listened to a lot of them, and like I don't know, he was a big fan of Kiss. That's what like first sparked my interest with Kiss and Ozzy, like all that kind of stuff. All the classics. And then I don't know, I started getting into like Public Enemy and like shit like that from Tony Hawk. And as soon as the internet came out, I would just search those guys up and then listen to like other shit around like.
What Tony Hawk songs do you recall that
specifically?
There was Public Enemy in there, I think. There was fucking that Rage Against the Machine song. It's like lights out.
Guerrilla Radio.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the Public Enemy one. It's on the tip of my tongue. And then there was some Beastie Boys on there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Slick Rick, he was on there. Children's Story.
Oh, was that on there?
Yeah, that was on. Well, I can't remember if that was on Pro Skater 2 or 3 or 1. I can't remember which one, but it was on there.
Yeah, sick.
So then that's when I first found that stuff. But then by the time middle school came around, I was like, Biggie, Wu-Tang, that was my shit, all the time. And that's when I was really skating and doing shit like that. And yeah, my dad had the music store at that time, so I was still playing in a band and doing music and stuff there, and then skating and doing my other shit too.
Fuck yeah.
When did you first discover hip hop and shit like that?
Yeah, my sister's boyfriend she was in grade 8.
Okay.
She was dating this guy. I believe I would have been in grade 8, sorry. And she was fucking, I don't know, grade 11 or 12 or something, dating this guy. And he was, his name was Francis. And he introduced me to a good starting batch of hip hop. It was sick. It was fucking some Tupac, J5, Hieroglyphics, so some West Coast shit. Souls of Mischief.
At the Helm?
All the Hyro crew, Dal, Souls of Mischief, Casual.
Yeah. Man, that one song, At the Helm, I remember that was in one of the later Tony Hawk games, and I was like, damn, who are these guys? And I went on YouTube and fuck. Yeah,
They come hard.
Yeah.
And who else? Yeah. That was kind of what I remember starting with.
Yeah.
And then from there, I guess I started to explore. I met a buddy when I was 15, I believe. And just my homies, too. They listen to, a lot of hip-hop.
Oh, yeah. So they'd
my
be showing
homies
you
in
stuff.
Wolseley, Big Al, fucking, my buddy Jordan Buckles was really into that, some Big Pun and shit. And that kind of got me into that East Coast. Then I met a buddy in, when I was 15, and his name's Andrew McKay. And he was into all this, he was trying to get into making beats. And he was into all this fucking underground shit, really East Coast for the most part.
How old were you guys at the time?
I was 15 and he would have been 17 probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was into Immortal Technique and shit, and got me thinking in this other way, a lot of this kind of a little bit of that political shit. And just
deeper, it was just deeper.
Even just Mos Def and Talib Kweli, the conscious rap,
Yeah.
Definitely got me thinking about rapping, more on that end of shit, Yeah. Anyways, that was kind of my.
As in trying it for yourself, with rapping after hearing those guys.
I think grade 8. We used to freestyle when I was a little kid, just. Because we knew rap existed and we were just let's freestyle.
Yeah, and it was fun, whatever.
Before I even got introduced to hip hop, really,
okay.
Before I was in grade 8.
Just when you knew the concept of what it was.
Yeah, it was just fun kind of to do it. So.
Okay.
Oh, you know what's fucked, dude? Which is weird. When I was a kid, I remember liking hip hop in my head, but because my dad was against hip hop, he thought it was shit music, and I was really influenced by him and wanted to make him proud as a kid. I was oh fuck hip hop, classic rock,
Okay, yeah.
And then when I got older, I always liked it still though. I was what the fuck? But I like it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In the back of your mind, you were I want to really experience it.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess when I was in grade 8, I probably broke out of caring so much what my fucking dad thinks. Do
you remember what his reaction was the first time you experienced you listening to hip hop or anything like that?
He fucking man. I went way hip hop. I just took a straight 180 and just went straight to hip hop and did hip hop just listening to mostly just hip hop until I was about 18 again.
Okay.
Yeah, from 15 to 18 I just was a hip hop head.
Yeah, deep
I stopped listening to other music. And not because I didn't like it, I just was so down with that shit.
And did it inspire how you dress, how you were talking,
fuck yeah, man.
your whole
my dad would have been tall tees and shit. I grew up in that phase, tall tees. I was wearing do-rags and shit. It's just funny.
Damn. Yeah, dude. I remember I had a couple tall tees even when I was skating and shit. And yeah, so I definitely could have been classified in that like tall T.
So
like,
funny.
Yeah.
Like Dipset phase.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. And when I was like first listening to 3-6 Mafia and shit.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, 3-6 was...
Like, yeah.
I just got on that Memphis shit recently. Like, I mean, 3-6 was always a thing to me, but I just started kind of exploring more Memphis music of the scene and like the history of it and shit, and it's fucking pretty ahead of its time.
All the pioneer artists and stuff,
Yeah.
Man, they definitely have like a big number of artists that play a significant role in like southern music coming out of there.
Memphis, yeah. Little sneak. There's a little sneaky or some shit, or squeaky, like a little squeaky.
And they always had some like pretty crazy names back in the day too.
Yeah, Lil Yo is another one.
Yeah. Yo. So when did you first start like making music and stuff for yourself?
Yeah, like 15. I think that was when I really started to actually write. And
you were writing raps, and your buddies were like making beats and stuff for you.
Yeah, sometimes I guess at first it was just like on instrumentals.
Like random ones that you guys like liked and stuff?
Yeah. Okay. There's this software that back in the day, I don't know if you remember, like obviously there was Napster, there was LimeWire, and then there was fucking this one was like an underground. I've never heard of that one.
Oh yeah, that was another one.
Okay. This one was called SoulSeek, and it was mostly like hip hop heads. Yeah.
Okay.
And like the way it worked was you can like go into their files, like so you would give access to like a certain file, and
so
they
you could have
explore.
like a whole bunch of music in the file.
Yeah, and like in different things, it'll be like full album, like Grand Poobah or some shit, you know. Yeah. Full albums and shit. Anyways, would get like some hip hop instrumentals from there.
Yeah.
And then my buddy started making beats. He went to Precursor Studios. They actually sponsored our last event.
Oh, okay.
They're a studio on Provence, I think it is, or St. B somewhere. And they offer like courses for making beats. Like.
Oh, nice, sick.
Yeah, and so McKay took that course, and he like started to tinker around, and that's when we started making shit together.
And did he have like all the equipment, like a mic and everything? And
we got it slowly. We just like used like a computer, like little shitty mic for like doing voice calls and shit.
Yeah, like whatever you could get your hands on. Yeah.
And then he ended up getting a mic.
What year was this roughly?
That would have been like when I was 15. So probably like 2004 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where did it like really go from there? Did you guys like upgrade equipment and start kind of like taking it seriously and stuff like that, or was it still kind of just like a hobby, like fun thing to do?
It was always a hobby, man. It's just like it's just fucking, but you still take it serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like to an extent, like.
We weren't trying to do like big things necessarily ever, you know what I mean? But like we still wanted to make the most solid shit.
Yeah, you wanted to get like a better quality like sounding mic, so eventually you'd get a mic and then
like, mix it, and master, and he got good at that shit, like all that stuff. He's the kind of person that you need to be a good producer, someone who's like willing to just sit in their fucking basement and like do that daily. Yeah. You know, like
man, really Riley used to live here and he would fucking sit in the living room like all day, every day.
It's fucked. It's tweaked.
Man, it's like they have an addiction to it almost. But it's good. It's like it's a crazy work ethic.
Yeah.
Like I can definitely see like the passion in it. Cuz they put their all, like whenever he's not doing that, he'll turn over, play a couple video games for a bit, and then fucking go back to doing it or go to bed.
With anything, it's good to like have a place and time to draw inspiration, though. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You can't only be doing that. Like, you have to like experience shit. I feel like,
yeah, you still gotta know when to like experience other things.
Yeah.
Because then it'll influence like going back into it.
Yeah. So it'll just like bring you a headspace.
Yeah.
Rather than just living room headspace all the time, you know.
Yeah, very true.
Have you ever fucked with making beats or?
Not really making beats, but like making music and shit. Yeah, but I've never like put anything out. Like,
I shouldn't be putting my shit out. It's just funny. And that's why I have it as a private account.
Well, I can definitely tell you have like a lot of fun with it, man. When did you start like putting music out under the Big Ashtray?
Oh yeah, fuck, like 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, what inspired that?
Just like me kind of starting to listen to new wave music and being like, damn, this shit sounds kind of easy to make, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, there's tons of like, it's definitely, I wouldn't compare my shit to anything someone like dope makes, because like I give a lot of mad respect to the new shit. Like I actually went through a thing. Remember how I said I wouldn't accept hip hop?
Yeah.
I kind of went through a thing from coming from like being a big hip hop head for several years to being like not accepting new shit, just being like an old school fucking guy that's closed minded, which I didn't like. So I opened my mind now. And
you had like the old head mentality,
yeah,
like you were stuck in
shit,
it.
Though.
Yeah,
I'm over that. Like, fucking, I love the new shit. Like, it's fucking cool. You know what I mean? Some of it sucks. Some of it's fucking dope. You know. And yeah, so basically, I just started listening to a lot of that, and some of the even like mumble, like SoundCloud fucking really like shitty beats, but still has like a vibe to it.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm like, damn, I could make this, you know? So I called myself Big Ashtray, because it's just shit.
But it's funny, like, and everybody can be like, oh, Big Ashtray.
Well, it was actually just Ashtray, and then it just turned into Big Ashtray for, like, the IG handle, because I didn't have any, like, I couldn't get the other one or whatever.
Okay. So you're like, I'll just change them both.
Toss a big in there.
Yeah. No, that's pretty funny, though. And how many tracks do you even have on there? I saw it was like quite a list. I listened to a couple of them.
I've probably made like 12 songs in total, but I only have maybe released like 8 or 7 or something.
Yeah, I thought there was like a decent amount. I remember like scrolling a little bit like through
there's
it.
A few. It's just like fun. Like I don't have time for that shit. Like I wish I did, but it's like I have other priorities and I have to like mix up the priorities. Like sometimes that's a priority, making beats and shit, and I'm like, but sometimes you gotta switch because I have so many fucking interests, man. It's like too much. Like, you know, you gotta put time aside to like edit this and like you're into it, you know, but sometimes something else might capture your attention. You're like, oh man, photography right now,
man, just starting skating again.
Yeah,
like I've been fucking doing it like twice a week when I could have been fucking editing and doing other shit.
But it's good to have that switch, but also not lose focus in a way. Like, know that you still have to...
And still have, like, a plan, too, to come back to and be like, I need to complete this at this time. And like, when did you, like, first start the whole Beat League thing and, like, get the idea for that?
That would have been, I guess 2018.
Okay.
It was when the idea popped up and... the first one was done, like, I don't know what you call it, launched or whatever. I was just on the internet. I was looking at like how to make a certain type of beat, like some sort of tutorial, like a drum tutorial or something. You know, and there was like a guy, like the guy that made the video, he said he had used that beat in a competition on the internet. And so I was like, a beat competition? Oh, interesting. And I wrote it, like, I just have a notepad of, like, stuff that I think are, like, good ideas that maybe, like, I'll do later.
No, that's good. A lot of people, like, should do that shit. Write, like, random things down that, you know, are catchy.
So I was like, oh, like a beat battle, how can you do that live, you know, make an event out of that? Because I've always wanted to throw events, like, since I was probably around 15 as well. So basically, I was like, how to do this, and then, fucking months later, I went to my buddy McKay's house to, like, record or, like, make a beat or just chill, whatever. And, he brought up, he's like, yo, like, there's this beat battle that goes on in Toronto, it's, like, Battle of the Beats or whatever. And he, like, shows me the video. He's like, we should do an event like this. And I'm like, dude, like, I have this shit in my notes. You know what I mean?
And this was, like, a recent thing that you, like, just...
I just didn't know that it had already been done, you know? I didn't look into it, really, you know? And so he's like, yeah, we should do an event for this. And I'm like, dude, that's so fucked, because I had already like thought about an idea like this.
Yeah.
And I wasn't taking it serious. Probably would have just been like in the notepad, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, so from there, we just started like studying how it was like structured and stuff, and took ideas from it. Certain things we couldn't do, like, you know, like in the first year, like some of the prizes they have are like several $1,000, like $5,000 or shit.
Yeah,
like I don't know how much, but like they give away some like dope prizes. So you have to figure out ways to just get logistics done, like know how to attain certain prizes to give people.
Yeah.
Like how much time between each battle, like there's like 3 rounds, like how much time will that take? What time does the venue close? Like how much time will it take to do the voting? Exactly. So yeah, that's basically how it started. We just started like thinking of logistics and shit.
Yeah, the two of you just kind of sat down and really planned out everything you would need to do, and like
looked up different battles, like just on YouTube, like beat battle, and then like all these ones would come up from different places. So studied how they like set things up and shit. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what was it that made you guys like kind of pull the trigger and like find the venue and plan it and really like
yeah, well, something like basically the guy that I was working with, like my buddy, me and him actually had a falling out, which kind of sucks.
Oh, okay.
But not in regards to that.
Yeah.
But like it made us just go our own ways.
Yeah.
And then basically I was just like, well, I still want to do this shit, right? This is a sick idea. And I was already like, I had this idea of like doing an event. Like McKay wasn't really like interested in events that much, but he was like, this is a good idea. You know what I mean? Mm. Anyways, yeah, I still love the guy. Like,
do you have any favorite like drinking games or anything, or any like crazy shit like that?
To be honest, I'm not really into drinking games and shit. I just fucking drink, chill, and like I get.
You got any party tricks?
On my own, or like fucking, I'm just trying to enjoy. Lately, I'm just trying to enjoy beers more. Like maybe 3 beers or something. Like,
okay.
Like fucking, I'm not trying to. I still have more than that, but I feel like the more I chill, like I don't know, I just get more shit done. You know what I mean?
Do you drink like a variety of beer? Do you have like a favorite or anything like that? Anything that you like stick to?
Not really, man. I don't stick to a lot, but I like pale ales.
Okay.
Mellow.
I'm usually like kind of all over the place, but I still got like a few go-tos.
Yeah, I like Keith's. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty mellow with like beer. I do like to try something else and shit, but mostly just to switch it up, because I don't really like just like drinking the same thing like 3 drinks in a row. Then you just like start feeling like bloated and it starts tasting gross to you.
Yeah.
I like to mix like a soda drink in between with like a gin or like lime, or fucking even just like something vodka or gin based or something.
Yeah, man, that's why I like those. I like seltzers and like all that shit too. Like I can't just drink beer all the time.
Yeah,
man.
but then I go back to the beer.
Yeah.
So I do like a tweener, you know?
Okay, yeah. Do you like the chiladas with the beer and the clam and a little bit of spicy hot sauce in there?
Oh, are you talking like the ones that are supposed to be like Bloody Marys and Caesars and shit?
Kind of, yeah, and then with beer, like half a beer.
Oh, I have done that, but no, I don't really fuck with it.
Man, it's actually really good. It's really refreshing.
In Mexico, they do that shit.
Yeah, my boss got me into them. We'll like go to the bar or whatever, order like a spicy Caesar, drink like half of it, and then pour beer.
Oh yeah.
Man, they're fucking good, dude.
It works, eh? It doesn't like cut or like turn like curdle or whatever the fuck you call it.
No, because it's just the clam. Like, yeah, it's really good. Do you have any like favorite alcohols or favorite like hard alcohols or anything like that?
Yeah, I guess gin. Honestly, I like my Tanqueray and Bombay Sapphire.
Oh yeah.
Straight fire.
Are you like much of a vodka guy at all?
Nah, not really. I like rum is also mellow. I went through like a bit of a whiskey phase.
Yeah.
I don't really like fucking. I don't know. Like, if I was really like into drinking, like for for liking drinking. I mean, I like beer. Like, beers are, like, sometimes nice.
Yeah.
But, like, in terms of, like, hard, I feel like you have to spend a lot of money to, like, really get good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I like rum, but I buy, like, some pretty mediocre rum all the time because I can't really fucking afford, like, $100 bottle all the time. You know
so you try to, like, mix it the best as possible.
Yeah, it's just like, this is what I like of, like, the not the best alcohol that's out there.
Yeah.
You know? When
did you, like, first start drinking and shit like that?
I guess when I was 12, around then.
Do you remember your first time, like, trying it or getting drunk? Or?
Yeah, like 12. We'd, like, got some OEs or some shit. Old English. I don't even remember how we got them.
Yeah.
But, like, we got OEs and then fucking just, like, drank them by the train track.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
Dude. Yeah, I think... Oh... Maybe that wasn't my first time. No. Sorry, my... 12. I don't think it was. I must have, like, tried beer or some shit, but I think when I really fucking got rocked was, like, when I was, like, in grade 9. Yeah, that was the first time, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same with me.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was 13 probably or some shit. And I don't remember which one was the first. I think the first might have been at my homie's house, actually, on Furby, just down the street.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't live there anymore. He still has the house, but... his mom used to own the house, and so she was like super mellow with parenting, right? Like,
oh yeah,
she, you know, when they like let your
man, everybody has
the
friend with the cool parent that was just like, you know, do what you want.
Yeah. So that's what was this one, and she had like a pretty good relationship with my mom in a way. Like, she was just really nice.
You could like crash there, and it was always no problem.
That was
like,
the way that I would drink. And,
yeah.
like, fucking just get baked and whatever.
Do your thing, yeah.
Yeah, so the first time, it was, man, it was a cooler. We had, like, a fucking 2-liter cooler, like, it was, like, cherry or some shit. They just had, like, 2 of them.
Oh.
And I, like, drank fucking, like, I don't remember if it was almost, but you're fucking, like, chugging it back.
Chugging
it
the 2-liter, chill. Yeah.
Next thing I know, it all hits me, like, at once, right?
Ooh.
And I'm, like, like, we were drinking in his upstairs, he had, like, a bed. And I was, like, on the bed. And next thing I know, I just remember just being, like, fucking in the bed, like, oh, like, blah, and, like, puking and shit.
Everything's spinning
I was just, like, I don't even remember really puking. I just remember, like, everything was spinning and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my homies, like, were, like, I remember my buddy Alex, he called my buddy Walter. All Wolseley Avenue crew, like, our little skate crew from Wolseley.
Okay.
Yeah, so Walter comes... At one point, I said, "There's something tingling up my nose." Fucking yeah.
Do you remember any like crazy shit happening at parties back in the day growing up? Have you seen any crazy shit go down?
Tons of shit. Like, I got in like a fight this one time. This guy tried to fight me.
Over what?
We were like smoking on the back porch, or there was like a bunch of people smoking, right?
Yeah.
I knew the guy's house that it was. Whatever, we got there and it was like already super bumping, like,
okay,
and like we go to the back porch and most people were on the porch, and I guess it was like loud and shit. So this guy that probably knew the homeowner as well, which but I didn't know him, he comes out and we're just like chilling, smoking out there, you know. This guy comes out and he starts yelling at everyone. He looks like Irish or like some shit, like kind of red hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was he ginger? Like,
yeah. Dude, he was ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's fucking yelling at everyone, like, get the fuck inside and shit like that. And then he just, like, because we were, like, close to him, he just, like, picks, like, us as a target.
Yeah, because he knew you and...
No, he didn't know me.
Oh, just because you were close, like...
No, okay, so there was a homeowner, which I knew, which we were cool.
Yeah.
And then, like, some other guy that probably knew him, too, that for some reason cared about the noise in the party, you know? He, like, started yelling at everyone in the back.
Yeah.
And I just, like, happened to be around there, and, like, he, like, turns to us and just, like, starts fucking yelling, and I'm like...
Like, right in your face kind of thing?
Dude, exactly. In my face, and I'm like, dude, you're spitting in my face, you know? Like, your breath stinks. And then he, like, I forget what happened. Did he push me, or he tried to punch me or some shit? And then, like,
right off the hop.
Yeah, right off the hop or some shit, like, or if he pushed me, I don't remember. But I remember pushing him, and he, like... Okay, at some point he swings a punch at me, and like I had pushed him at some point. I don't remember which happened first.
Yeah.
But I end up like just getting out of there. I think I pushed him maybe after he swung the punch or some shit, and then I end up like getting off the patio just to like stay at the party and like
just
not have
but
everything
to
crazy.
still like get out of the mix.
Yeah. So I just go to the front, and there's like people smoking out there, just chilling. You know, there's like like one of those like the door, like those fucking like screen doors,
like the patio door.
Yeah, no, just but for the front, right?
Oh,
and so
okay,
we're chilling,
okay.
and the patio door is like, I'm like sitting on like the fucking stairs like this. Like, and the stairs are going down here. The door's right here. He comes through and the door, like, opens beside me. And, like, goes outside and is, like, looking for me. And he's like, that fucking guy made me punch my sister.
What?
Yeah, so he, like, accidentally, like, punched his sister when he was trying to swing at me.
And he thought it was your fault?
Yeah, he was, like, just pissed. Whatever. He was already pissed because he's some crazy, like, Irish fucking dude that's just, like, jacked on, like... I don't know if he was coked out or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, he's passes on, and I'm just, like, sitting there, like, smoking and, like, seeing him walk around in the front yard, not knowing where I am, and he goes back in right beside me.
Man, he must have been, like,
and then someone was like, oh, he's outside. Like, someone just, like, right away after he passed went us inside. I'm like, okay, so I start getting off down the stairs into the front yard, and this guy's, like, coming at me. And immediately, like, basically I just, like, got him down on the ground, and, like, he was down like this. I had, like, my knees on his arms, and I was just like, dude, like, chill the fuck out. Like, chill. Like, I don't want to fight you, you know? But I had, like, total control over him, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, homie that it was his house, he comes out onto the yard, and he's like...
Oh, yeah, and you knew him.
Yeah, he's like, you guys need to get off the front yard or whatever. And I'm like, oh, fuck, all right. Like, I liked him. He was a dope dude, too, you know? So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll let this guy fucking come at me. I get up, and of course, he's coming at me, like, same energy, like, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, I just remember, like, we get into a little fight there, like, on the boulevard, and at one point I remember again having like control of him and like literally being on the ground, like hitting him side to side, like Jesus, you know. I hadn't really got in many fights. Like, I don't know, I probably wasn't like hitting him that hard or some shit. Yeah. Because I don't think he was bleeding at the time. But anyways, I get up again and like try to get out of that area. And just by then I'm tired. Like... By then I'm tired because this guy hasn't thrown any punches, and I have been, and like trying to like.
You're doing all the work.
Restrain him and shit. Yeah. And but I guess it wasn't enough because I swear this dude was like on a bunch of blow or some shit because he was just fucking speedy, you know. Yeah. And then I'm backing up like down the sidewalk, walking away, and I remember this clearly. He's like coming at me down the sidewalk. And my buddy is like walking with us, kind of like on the boulevard, and I'm just backing up like this, right? And I just go through his face. I'm like, and he just like goes like this, right? And at that point, I'm like super fucking tired. I guess he got like kind of rocked. Yeah. So he's like away from me for a second. Yeah. And then like my buddy's literally holding me. I'm like so tired, you know? Yeah. And this guy ends up like going back the other way. We end up getting to my buddy's car. This guy catches up to us and like elbows the windshield. And yeah.
The windshield.
Yeah. So the fucking thing cracks and stuff, right?
Oh no.
And then another homie that was at the party like pulls him off of like the front of the car.
So people from the party are like watching this happen. Yeah, people are
exactly. Like, there's like kind of like some shit going on. Like some people.
It was like a
following
scene.
Us. Yeah. Like I wasn't aware really, but yeah. Anyways, so that happens. My buddy pulls him off the car, brings him like a bit away, and he's like holding him down on the ground. Yeah. And then like me and my friend were like, okay, dude, like let's go like fuck this guy up, you know, quick. So we just pull up, and like we get out the car, and his sister's there like with him. Oh, and so like shit. I remember not even like beating the shit out of him. I was just kind of like giving him little taps, like I like kind of like kicked him in like the fucking ribs and shit a few times, but like that was basically it. And his sister was just like. Like screaming, yeah, and he was fine. Like, you know, we did it. Like, it took us like 2 seconds. Like, it wasn't like a beat down, you know. And then we just hop back in the whip and dip the fuck out of there. Yeah. Go to this park to smoke weed, like Polk. Do you know Polk? It's like in like River Heights, kind of Wellington. Familiar. Yeah. Yeah. So we go and like we're just in the car, and like we're blazing or like rolling a doobie or whatever. We see this guy. This was like
You see him?
Yeah, it was just like a 5-minute drive from where we were, so it was like a fucking 15-minute walk. Or
so shit. It's like blocks away.
Yeah. We see this guy walking with like a group, like 3 other dudes or whatever, like down like the back or down like the street.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, you know? Anyways, I think we just like yelled at the dude and then drove off, like just to fuck with him.
Yeah. Did you even like know his name or anything, or like who he was?
No, but I ended up finding out later. Like a buddy said that was like his brother's friend or something, and he's like, he's a chill dude, man. I think he was just like on coke or something. Like,
he was all fucked up.
I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like a good coked out dude, you know? Yeah,
there's definitely some people that at parties, man, you can just tell they're like jacked up on something, and they're like fucking being a nuisance.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't know for sure if he was on anything, but I've seen this dude, like, actually a couple different people, like, show up to parties and just, like, start shit pretty much from the minute they get there. But this one dude in particular, like, he punched out 3 dudes at the party, just, like, because he was jacked up and wanted to fight and, like, fuck around, and, like, he punched out the one dude, and then his buddy was like, what the fuck, you know, and then so he punched him out, and then just a bystander was like trying to like calm the whole thing down, and then fucking he gets punched out, and it's like, man, it's such a nuisance, you know? Like,
it's such a nuisance. I hate fucking fighting's whack. Like in real life, like fighting as a art is cool, but
it's always at fucking parties though, and like bars and clubs and shit where I see it like the most.
Dude. It's the decision making. You shut that fucking part of your prefrontal cortex or some shit.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole like Winnipeg music scene and stuff like that?
I mean, I'm not like really. I mean, I guess I'm involved in it. Right?
Yeah.
But
I think I would consider you a notable figure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. I guess I should listen to more of it, but I think it looks like it's thriving. Like it's growing, and there's like a lot more. I've definitely noticed just more talent. Like the city's growing too, so there's just gonna be more artists coming up, and it's just like everyone's kind of just like fucking like you have way more opportunity to like learn things, like tutorials on the internet for how to mix and master. Shit's just sounding better. Like,
learning is at everybody's fingertips nowadays, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like every other day, like I'm getting a DM from some new artist, and sometimes I'll check out their stuff, and it's like, okay, like I see where it's going,
and
kind of thing.
There's all these people we don't know about that are just still doing it in their basement, and like
exactly, all the low key artists
exposed themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Are there any like notable artists that you have heard that you're like, okay, like I see what you're doing, I fuck with it?
Oh well, definitely producers. Like the producers I come across, I'm just like, where were you? You know? And then even like I was saying, in the first year, there was all these artists that I didn't know about, and they were already kind of on the scene, which I didn't know about because I didn't have really connection to that part of the scene, like the younger, like people 7 to 10 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm 31.
Yeah.
But then there's lots of artists that are like 22, like 25.
Yeah, between 18 and 25 probably.
And like are hella talented.
Yeah.
But like, you know, Lil Night Vision, like his shit's super tight.
Yeah.
And he's starting to kind of like work with an artist, and he'd already worked with him for a long time, I think John Lemon.
Oh yeah.
And like now they're kind of putting stuff out, working with Dylan Lavalley, making music videos.
Yeah, dude.
Super high qual videos. Like Dylan Lavalley is super talented.
Yeah, Dill the Giant.
Yeah, doing stuff for him too.
Man, I kind of like you, I haven't listened to that much local stuff. Like I've seen tons of it, but I haven't actually like clicked on it. Mm-hmm. But the stuff that I have listened to, I've been quite impressed with, and like the 3-Pete stuff and Dill the Giant, I've definitely checked his shit out because I remember skating with him like back in the day and knowing him from like Plaza days.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit. So I clicked on his music, and it was impressive.
Yeah, and like fucking 3-Pete, like they've been killing it for a while. The Lytics like killed it for like a long time. I don't
I've
know
heard
what
of
they're
them
doing right now, but like I used to rap with one of the dudes back in the day, and we had started a clothing company when I was like 15 as well, around there. that's how I got into events. So like we threw socials and stuff for our new drops. Like
yeah, I was gonna say doing stuff with the clothes. So like when you would come out with a new like drop or line or whatever. Oh, okay.
And so yeah, so that was that. But other artists, yeah, like Sir Louis, fucking yeah, I don't know. There's tons, man. My homie from Super Duty Tough Work, Brendan. Super Duty Tough Work. It's like more like classical hip hop type stuff.
Oh, okay.
And they have like a live band and shit. And my buddy that
I like
raps
that
is
shit.
insane. He's so good at rapping.
Damn.
He's got like an old school kind of. I don't really want to put it under any branch, but I'd definitely say he's very influenced by like New York.
Oh, okay.
Shit. And
It has like
very
the East
lyrical.
Coast kind of sound, like.
Yeah, I mean, and then yeah, producers. I'm blown away by a lot of these guys. Like all of the people that I have. Like I don't want to sound cheesy, but all the people
And the Beat
that we
League
have in
lineup.
Beat League,
Yeah.
yeah, and some of them like have been cut too, which I am fucking like, man, like it's hard to cut people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because there's just so many good producers out there.
Because I guess you do go through like a catalog of each producer's music before putting them in the Beat League lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So you've probably heard like quite a bit of local producer stuff.
For sure. Yeah, stuff that probably a lot of people don't know who these people are because unless they did get exposed, which I'd like to still. Some people that aren't in the battle, if I have them on Instagram and they're active, like Instagram's such a powerful marketing tool for musicians. So when they don't have it, I'm like, you don't need to be interested in that shit. But if you did want people to know your stuff, you're kind of shitting the bed.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
a great way to push yourself and get you out there.
so some of the producers that haven't been in Winnipeg Beat League that I know that I follow through Winnipeg Beat League, I'll like post their shit sometimes. If I don't scroll through Winnipeg Beat League often enough, but when I do, it's legit to find producers that posted new stuff or local companies or whatever that have supported us.
Yeah.
And I'll repost their shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely good to do stuff like that too, so that in the long run they see that and then they'll repost your stuff when the next Beat League comes, you know? And
For sure. And I think the biggest thing though for Beat League is like that stuff helps promote as well.
yeah.
But I guess like I just want producers to get as much as they can from it. Exposure. Yeah.
How did you guys go about creating the trophy?
Oh yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
The first year one.
So Green Apple, my homie,
Yeah.
Mike, sponsored us.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm friends with a lot of the guys that are in that community.
Yeah.
One of the dudes, his name's Chris Rassong.
Oh yeah, Rosie.
Rosie, legendary skater.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking kills it. Such a pleasant guy too. Like
Man, his
best
manis
dude
are
ever.
on point.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
his manual
fucking-
game is fucking
Yeah,
out of this
his
world.
grinds are all manied. It's so nice. too.
Yeah.
So he has like a woodworking company. He does like kitchens and shit like that. But he
Okay.
also has this little side thing that's just like doing custom
Just
woodwork
woodworking
for people.
projects, yeah.
And so I hit him up and just like thought maybe he'd be interested in doing like a wood
Okay.
piece. Yeah.
Interesting.
And he was down, and he's down for every year to customize it differently.
Yeah.
So the first year it was all wood grain.
Yeah.
It's like a plaque.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the second year he did it like normal colors, and the future like this year if it even can go down due to
Yeah.
Corona. Something else. I'm not gonna say what, but different steed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tight, man. And you're always like looking to associate like other locals with doing things with Beat League, like all the sponsorships are local, everybody involved, it's all like mainly local stuff too, so that's pretty cool, like putting on for the community.
Mm-hmm.
So are there any like notable producers that like really stood out to you throughout Beat League that you found?
Yeah, like I said, Little Night Vision, Pascal, man, heaps. Like honestly, like for my brain right now, it's hard. Like Ken Sino, Dave Marcus,
Yeah.
fucking 10 Tools last year. He came through and it was insane.
Yeah.
Hoax, like this dude doesn't even really make hip hop. He makes electronic music. Like that's his main thing is
Yeah.
making like electronic music. I'm not sure really what kind, but I've heard some of it and it's like people that come from this electronic background, Ken Sino is like that as well. Equanim had a bit of that.
Yeah.
And they seem to be able to like manipulate shit on this other level.
Yeah, because they have like a different understanding of music. Yeah.
They come to hip hop and they have all these pitch bends and shit going on. You know, like it's like Jesus. These guys are fucking skilled. You know.
That's definitely something I found with Night Vision's some of his songs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like, because he used to do like rhythm stuff. I don't know if he does anymore.
He does like dubstep and shit too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I could tell like the inspiration and like the knowledge was kind of like mixed in his hip hop stuff earlier. Inception's
always placed as well, and he's just like really clean. Like his shit's like fucking tight.
From the one episode with Max Wins, his boy Ryan Mendoza.
Ryan Mendoza's fucking insane,
Yeah, he's good, man. Those songs that he has with Max Wins, those got some pretty good beats, man.
Fuck yeah.
Are there any local, like, rappers that you fuck with, other than, like, Dill the Giant, like, people that we said before?
Yeah, I mean, well, other than them, fucking, to be honest, I'm not, like I said, like, I should be listening probably to more local hip-hop and shit, but I haven't really been on it, to be honest. Someone needs to fucking put me on it and hit me up with good shit.
Send some good shit through.
Send me some good shit so I can listen to it. Listening wise, fucking this dude, what's his name? He's from Winnipeg and he produces beats and he was supposed to be in WBL 2018, but he was just like, never has a phone. One of those guys that like his phone, like he has it for fucking a week and then doesn't have a phone and then like
very hard to contact.
Like you're cool, but like it's not gonna work out in terms of like being able to depend that you're gonna rely on you coming to the event at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, so what the fuck was his name? Man, he just released some shit. I just posted it actually on Winnipeg Beat League IG. Just let me get this guy's name.
Yeah, it's all good. But he was somebody that like
I like to listen to his shit.
Yeah.
Like I actually laced LXCED. He's this Aboriginal dude that I've never met. I just have him on IG and he submitted for the first year.
Okay.
But he kills it.
Sick.
It's a very kind of like Little Night Vision, like Memphis inspired stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What can we see for the future, like, from you? You got any plans of doing like more beat leagues, any like music shit, videos, anything like that?
Fuck yeah. Winnipeg Beat League 2020 like was pretty excited about it. There was gonna be a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Good changes, positive changes, without removing any of the past.
Okay.
So like everything will still be the same. Won't be stripping anything from the last ones, but we'll be adding additional things, mostly to make it more fair. So So the judging basically.
Yeah.
What we've got lined up is 2 local producers, which I want to leave as like a kind of something we reveal later on, you know.
Yeah.
But they're both like OGs, like, you know, older dudes that don't really know any of the younger community.
Yeah.
So we believe that our decision on like who would be the
judging system.
Yeah, the judging system we changed. We announced it on our Instagram. So we're gonna have 2 judges, and we're gonna have the crowd as the 3rd judge.
Yeah, I was gonna say not calling out like anybody in particular or like saying anything.
Yeah.
But there's numerous people with numerous Instagram accounts.
Oh, okay.
So during the judging process, you could easily vote for one person, swap accounts, and vote for them again.
For sure. Oh, there's so many ways that that the voting system when using Instagram.
But those are just minor flaws.
No,
you guys are on an honor system. Well, you try to like.
This is what I'm saying. It's like, I think it becomes more minor, like these issues, like because people even can influence people's votes next to them. Like people will be like, "Who are you voting for?" Like they got a homie up there. Like I've heard of that shit, and I've just heard people just not being completely happy with that voting system, and
I
understand why, and I understood those discrepancies actually the first year we did it.
Yeah.
And a few more came to light too, but the first year we did it, it was because we couldn't get 3 judges without like, I didn't really have the money up front, and then also whether they would take it or not.
Like, there's more involved
and it's like, you also don't want like that conflict of interest, like a producer that knows some producers would vote for them.
Maybe have a biased opinion.
Exactly. So the first year was like a struggle, and I thought about doing a voting system using like some sort of app. Like, maybe there's an app out there, right?
Yeah, true.
Where JL came in, my buddy Josh, that had partnered up with me that first year. He suggested, like Instagram polls. What about that? So we thought about it. We figured out a way to do it.
No, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
How to use that system to like,
I don't think it's been done at a live event. Like.
Yeah, for like an official thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely been artists being like, oh, which song do you want me to drop? This song or this song, or like, which art, this art or this art. Mm-hmm. But like, to actually use it for like an official event, like a tournament style thing.
So there's companies that will rent out these systems, like where they basically have remote control, and like the crowd gets handed a remote control.
Oh, okay.
And then like you can like create polls and stuff, and you'll get like
like on the old like TV shows, like,
and so it would be confined to the space, right?
Yeah.
So that's an idea, but the only thing about that is it's like, man, you got people drinking. Like, do they give a fuck about this thing? Like, they might just toss it on. I gotta return this shit. You know.
Very
what I mean?
true.
So that's one aspect, but the way to minimize that, because to be honest, I think the crowd has a lot of fun. Also, it's a love-hate relationship right now with the Instagram polls, because the crowd also likes being involved, right?
Yeah.
Like, you
having that interactive experience made it more like, you know.
So like, to
not
strip
only
that
are the
away,
producers involved, but the crowd is involved.
Yeah, and so to strip that away from the crowd, I think would be unjust as well. Like, I think the best way to go about it would, right now at least, until maybe we can create another way of live voting, is to consider the crowd one vote of 3 in each round.
No, that's smart. Yeah.
And then two judges.
Because the crowd's vote can be manipulated, but having those other 2 judges kind of give more of like a backing that's like can be unbiased and like, you know.
Well, there's the crowd vote is an interesting one, because the crowd vote actually does take into play how people can market themselves, how many people they know,
for sure,
which I actually don't disagree with. I think it's good for an artist to know how to,
if they're really popular and they can bring in enough people to the bar.
Exactly. It's good for you to know that, I think, aspect
for sure
of hip hop. You know what I mean? I don't know, when you're trying to win that event, that might play a part, and I'm not sure I totally disagree with that. Although I think the adding extra votes like through one person's thing, like, that shit's not legit. Yeah. And it's really hard to control at this point. But at this point, I like taking like small steps every year, and so that I'm not overwhelmed with too much basically too much work. Like, it's hard as it is, man. So like, I'll update this voting right now the way it is, and then like see how that goes. I think it like takes a step closer to like fairness, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Did you find it like hard to like believe crowd votes at points? Like, did you like personally believe that
feel like someone else
artists were better than others?
Well, I can't really speak on that.
Yeah, that's just speaking on personal opinion.
And I mean, of course, man. I have like beats that I like more than other beats and shit. Like, I can't lie about that, but I can't talk about
of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not trying to like speak dirt on anybody.
I love, and it's not even dirt. It's just like, I actually like every producer's that's there.
Yeah, like you were saying.
But it's like, sometimes I thought like around like there was just beat the proper way, even like, you know what I mean? It's like,
well, and it depends on hype, and if you selected the right one for the right timing, and all that comes into play, man.
Yeah. So
Fuck yeah. Well, is there anybody you want to shout out or give thanks to, or say what's up or anything like that?
I want to shout out my new skate video that I'm making.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's called Winnipeg Transit.
Okay.
And so it's just a bunch of like local skaters. I'm pretty much just getting anybody that rips that I know, like not even really people that I skate with all the time,
but just anybody that's down.
And then there's gonna be more of the people that I skate with all the time. And it's jamming. I have these 2 action cameras.
Yeah.
That I DIY'd and like added. Some Australian homies that I had back in Australia had like fucking an action cam, and you can order like from China a fisheye. Yeah. You have to do a bit of surgery on each camera is a bit different, but basically you take out the old fisheye and screw in the new one.
Okay.
But in order to do that properly, like you have to sometimes modify the cameras a bit differently. So I have 2 of those because they're really easy to just bring around. They're cheap, you know. You're not too like worried about being in the street with something like a fucking VX or something that's like $1,200 or whatever, you know. Anyways, this thing like has the most insane fish and the footage looks really cool, so fucking you guys should check it out.
Hell yeah, dude. I would be down to film a mediocre friends clip, one clip, but I know some people that actually huck that would probably be down to get in on it.
Who's this? Like
my one buddy Julian, who I have an episode coming out with. Julian Van Dusen. You might have seen him at Broadway a couple times.
Okay.
He rips. Sick. He's always wearing the black sweatpants. Always.
Huh. Okay, sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
He's
fucking
good.
A good clip, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it. And then, like, I'm pretty down to, like, mellow clips. Like, I'm not good at skating, but I'm going to have a part, you know what I mean? But I try to just, like, bring the flavor, like, still, you know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably organize a couple clips. But, yeah, you got any shout-outs?
Yeah, obviously JL, Kurt, Tony. Fucking just shout outs, man. I don't know.
All the homies.
Everybody. Yeah, shout outs to everybody. Like, I don't fucking know.
All the Beat League participants, man. Everybody, dude.
Thank you. You do the shout outs for me.
Yeah, dude. We got the Beat League participants. We got everybody, all the organizers. We got the family. We got the whole fam in the mix, right? We got all the skate
Lenny
homies.
Kravitz.
Oh, man. We got, who else? Burton Cummings? Why not, dude?
Yeah, let's fucking toss Tina Turner in there.
Man. Cosby. No, fuck Cosby. So, where can people find you at? What are the socials, man?
You can find me at Winnipeg Beat League, WPG Beat League, and then also at very mature adult, _mature adult.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, you can holler at me if you've got some beats you want to show me or fucking whatever.
Nice.
Some skate clips for the video that you think you can really prove yourself and get in this video. If you're sick enough, then fucking send some clips.
Man, only the fucking horizontal iPhone clips, please.
Yeah, only horizontal iPhone clips, and I only want backside 360 dolphin flips.
Ooh, the fucking forward
I heard of a new
flips.
trick today called an antelope flip or some shit. It was like, yeah, some like African animal, and I'm like, man,
nice.
Tricks that are named after like random animals, they're always the weirdest looking tricks. Like a dolphin flip.
Yeah, the dolphin.
This fucking like antelope flip thing was like a weird like backside 360 flip. Like it's like you're doing like the flip the other way. It's like a hard flip.
Oh.
Or some shit.
Kind of like wrap it.
I don't even remember if it was heel, man. I should show you. Anyways, yeah. Fucking, I don't know. What are my ats? I don't know. Hit me up at Winnipeg.
Big Ashtray on SoundCloud. Yeah, we'll throw some fucking links below.
Big _ashtray.
Yeah. Y'all be able to find him.
On IG.
It's the man. Thanks for coming through. Another episode
Hit me up with free beats, too, for Big Ashtray.
Oh, get the slappers going. Beats.